Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Taupe at HouseOfKicks.com, and today we're going to talk about the Air Jordan 1 OG Patina. Now, the shoe is going to release on the 25th of March, and it's going to cost about $170. Now, before I get into it, I want to show you a quick video of it, and then we're going to talk about how many were made, we're going to talk about the resale, and we're going to talk about where to get it. All right? So let's do that first. Go. We want to know who's getting the shoe. All right, so that's our very first step. Now, like I said, if you thought the Jordan 1 University Blue was like hard to acquire, this one would be almost like impossible to get because the numbers are really, really limited. But I don't know if people are feeling the same way about it. So the first thing we want to do is this. We want to know what are the major retailers and minor chains that are getting it. So as far as I'm concerned, when I did my research, Foot Locker is getting it. Nike Europe is getting it. You have 24 locations. Nike Canada, just one location. Australia, we have 2 locations. And South America, we have 1 or 2 locations. And then we have Nike in Saudi Arabia. And then Nike Africa, just 1 locations. And now for the minor stores, we have Noir Fonts, Louisia, Via Roma, Foot Shop, SVD, Sneakers and Stuff, and Bait, Soulbox, Undefeated, WSS, Chic, Jimmy Jazz, and there's some other places that are getting it. But if you want to find the other places, check sneakerch.com, SNEAKERCH.com, sneakerch.com. All right. Now the next thing I want to do is I'm going to set up my assumption. So the assumption is pretty much, like I said, this is a sneakers place. So I don't know. I'm all over the places today. I hope you forgive me for that. All right, it's early in the morning still. All right, the assumptions. So what I have is this. For Foot Locker, I'm going to give about 1/10 of the entire inventory. And then what I'm going to do is for Nike, I'm going to give them 7/10. So we are left with 2/10. And for the 2/10, we're going to give that to the minor chains and boutiques that are also going to get the shoe. Now, the thing is this. When I was, I'm also going to give Foot Locker online about half of the inventory the stores are getting. All right. And now when I was running the Foot Lockers, I only found like 4 Foot Locker stores that are getting the shoe, like nationwide. That was pretty limited. So it's only 4 locations. So what I did was I ended up giving each of these locations about 240 pairs to be kind of on the safe side of things. And then from there, we can calculate our numbers. So for the numbers, for Foot Locker in stores, it's going to be 240 times 4, which is 960. And then for Foot Locker online, it will be 960 by 2, which is 480. And then for Foot Locker store, it's going to be 960 by 480, which is pretty much 1,440 pairs. And then Nike's allocation, based on these numbers, will be 1,440 times 7, which is 10,080 pairs. And then for the chains, we did 1,440 times 2, which is 2,880. Okay, because we say 1717. So 27 will be 2 times that number. And then the next thing is the total. So the total, based on my assumption, is going to be adding up all these numbers. I came up with 14,400 pairs. But because of possible errors that I may have made because of my assumption, I stretched that number to between 15,000 and 30,000 pairs. So I'm thinking anywhere between 15,000 and then 30,000 pairs. Now, I do not work for Nike. I do not work for any of these brands. So don't take my numbers as the real thing. This is just to give you a picture of the reality. So this is what I'm doing here. All right. So now that we've talked about the numbers, now we can talk about resale and how much the shoe is going for. So let's do that now. So as you can see on my screen, usually when I do this resale versus time and resale versus size. I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to keep to the size because I believe the shoe is going to keep its value and may slightly go up a little. So here's a breakdown of the resale value by size. 6.5, it's about 315. So your profit is anywhere like right around like 118. The profit is in green. So for size 7, 122, 7.5 about 170, 8 you're making about 150 bucks, 8.5 137, 9 151, 9.5 152, and then 10 152, 10.5 you go up to like 172, 11 164, so 11.5 228, 12 186, 12.5 253, and then 13 so 175. So for this shoe, mid and bigger sizes are doing much better, which is interesting. Usually it's the smaller sizes that are always going for more, but for this shoe, mid sizes and the bigger sizes are doing a lot better. So what do I think? I think the shoe is probably gonna be always increasing in times, because even if it releases, it might stay at like 315 for the smaller sizes, and for any other size, I think the bigger and the mid sizes is gonna be anywhere between $350 and $400. And you look at that number to continue to increase with time, because the shoe is so limited. So I'm thinking 350 and 400 within the next 30 days, and maybe after that it might even go up to like 420, 450, or 450. So it's gonna be a good shoe to get. Now the next question is where to get the shoe. I already gave you a list of places that you can get it, but if you don't want to do that, you can always go back on my website and buy it now via eBay. I have a bunch of links for you there. You can buy it from there, okay? So you can do that. So I'll give you a link in the description. Now, the other question is, a couple of days ago, I worked on identifying the fake Jordan 6 Carmine. So you may want to check that up. Go on my website. I will have a link for you in the description. So I wrote the entire article. That was on, I guess on Saturday I did this. So on Monday, I don't remember. So you may want to check that up. All right. Again, thanks for watching. This is Ty from Master Kicks, and stay tuned for more stuff. By the way, guys, please, if you like this information, share it and subscribe to the channel, and do share it with people. That it does help when you do that. All right. Again, thanks. This is Taupe, and stay tuned for more stuff.